Hello and welcome to the Real Esteem Podcast. Today we are going to talk about restoration. How do you get yourself back to the place that you know you need to be? Well, we're going to answer that today. Stay tuned. One of the things I really love to see is when a car is restored back to its original state. In other words, everything has been refitted and updated, not with aftermarket products or new designs, new changes, but the original format that the car was created. And I like to see that because it's almost like a puzzle. When you're putting it together, you're creating it as it was intended. And I think God looks at us the same way. He's trying to put us back into right standing with Him. He's trying to get us to a place where we can, function in the destiny that He's placed for us so that we can accomplish those goals that He has set out for us. We can't do that if we're out of place or out of sorts or just not put together like we are supposed to be. And a lot of times we're the ones that have created that damage, that wear and tear, not maintaining, just as a car, not maintaining the oil changes or the fluid changes, replacing parts that have been worn out from potholes and rough terrain and roads that have not been repaired. Over time, a car can only take so much of a beating where it's going to need repairs. And the same is for us. We can damage ourselves or the functions of our life or our bodies to the point where there needs to be repairs. And we need the potter, the one who can make us and knows exactly how we're supposed to be designed, and because He made us, so He knows exactly how we're supposed to be put together. So it's best to ask Him as opposed to trying to fix ourselves. So just like restoring a car, if you put back genuine OEM manufacturer parts back on the vehicle, you're replacing it with identical parts from the original set. And it's the same with us. God wants to restore us to our rightful place, to the original place, to the where we're supposed to be, where He always intended. Remember that word, intended, for us to be. Psalms 51:12 says, "Restore to me the joy of your salvation, and uphold me with a willing spirit." In other words, God, I need to get back to my first love. I think that's Revelations 2. I need to get back to what you intended me to do, as opposed to being off track or being distracted or moving in another direction that I feel is the best way, as opposed to what you have actually told me to do. Instead of moving on my own pattern, I might need to move in your direction. That way I can be restored to my original format, so that I can create and develop in the function that you created me for, what you intended me for. Isaiah 61:7 says, "Instead of your shame, there shall be a double portion. Instead of dishonor, they shall rejoice in their lot. Therefore, in their land they shall possess a double portion. They shall have an everlasting joy." God wants us to give us the joy of our salvation. He wants to restore us back to that first instance when you got saved and you were excited about anything related to God, But over time, we kind of get beat down with life and things that happen, and we had these expectations that weren't met, and we thought God was going to fix it like this, or He was going to do that. And his plans and his ways are so much higher than ours. Sometimes we just get out of sorts and we need a repair. Joel 2:25 and 26 says, I will restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten, and the hopper and the destroyer and the cutter, my great army which I sent among you. You shall eat in plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, who has dealt wondrously with you, and my people shall never again be put to shame. God wants to put you in a position where you know that he is the one and ultimate source to repair you, to restore you, to return you back to your former, to return you to what you need to be. He was your maker, and he is the one who can repair you also. Give him that opportunity. Don't allow people or circumstances to be the ideal, in your mind, the ideal thing that's going to make it right, because that hole that may be in your heart, that longing that you have, that desire for something greater, it's all in him. And you need to go to him to get it so that he can restore us to our former selves. I pray that you got something out of this today. Be blessed, grace and peace.